I want to talk about the 5 stages of carnivore. I didn't know carnivore had 5 stages. I thought you just ate meat and drank water. Sugar and inflammation are the reasons for cancers, reasons for heart attacks, reasons for strokes and diabetes and dementia and Alzheimer's and all of these things. It's inflammation from the horrible food we're eating. Most of it's just sugar. So many people are scared to start carnivore. I tell you, you should be scared not starting carnivore. You should be scared doing whatever you did that got you to the point that you're even considering carnivore. Because if you're considering carnivore, you probably got aches and pains and ailments and your back hurts and you got depression and anxiety and you got problems sleeping at night and you got so many problems, you don't even know the problems you have anymore. Every issue you have, like, oh, I'm scared about fiber. Oh, I gotta have my fruit. What about fruit? Fruit's a joke. Fruit is a joke. The fruit you get now, an orange you get now, it's a piece of candy. You eat it, it spikes your blood sugars, and then you're hungry an hour later. Stage 4 happened, and one day I was like, why am I so hungry? What is going on? And this is the time I want to caution you guys on, because this is the time a lot of people mess up. I'm not stuttering or stammering or slurring from my words, and I could do an entire YouTube video 20 minutes long without any cuts or edits or anything, just talking. I don't have anything here I'm reading off of. I didn't practice for this. I just said, hey, it'd be cool to do a video on the 5 stages or levels of carnivore diet, and here I am doing it. That's the carnivore brain that I never would have been able to do prior to that. Beep, beep, beep. Carrie here from Homestead How and the Carnivore Diet Documentary. I'm at around day 200 on the carnivore diet. I'm going to do this entire video for you. I'm not going to edit it. There's not going to be any cuts. It's just going to be the truth and my testimony and what's going on. And today I want to talk about the 5 stages of carnivore. I didn't know carnivore had 5 stages. I thought you just ate meat and drank water and you'd be good to go. There are 5 stages, and I recently hit stage 4 a couple weeks back, and it threw me for a huge loop I wasn't expecting. So we're going to talk about that. Here's some of my before and after pictures. I will edit and show those over the screen because people always want to see that. There's a lot of new people here that don't know my story. I'm down 100 pounds since my heaviest. I've overcome 8 years of clinical depression and anxiety. I had sleep apnea. I had to strap one of those CPAP machines, the mask to my face for years and years. I don't need that anymore. I am on 0 medication. At one point, I was on 15 medications at one time. My life has changed forever. I'm grateful. I'm thankful. I'm blessed. I want for nothing. I even got some chickens back there pecking around. My life has just been crazy since I started carnivore and this Carnivore Diet Documentary. I've met and individually spoken to all of these amazing carnivore keto influencer doctors like Dr. Berry, Dr. Baker, Dr. Chafee, Dr. Philip Ovadia, Dr. Kiltz, Dr. Lisa Wiedemann. It's been an amazing 6 months. I can't believe it's only been 6 months. And I'm a man on a mission. I'm doing this Carnivore Diet Documentary to change the world. Not to tell anyone you should be doing carnivore or you should be doing keto, but just to say, look, this is an option. What's going on in the world out there right now is absolute insanity. People are sacrificing their life, their freedom, their health, and they don't even know they're doing it. They're in such a brain fog, and they're poisoning themselves with this highly inflammatory food, seed oils, and sugars. And it's like I'm living in a zombie movie, and it's just unbelievable to me. And it gets even further than that. Over the last week or two, I've become really good friends with Jeffrey DeProsperous. He's suffering from stage 4 cancer. And I've watched a lot of content from Professor Thomas Seyfried. In fact, we're going to be doing a carnivore cancer roundtable with Professor Seyfried at the end of the month. More details to follow on that. But what's going on with cancer and how people get cancer and how they treat cancer should make everyone so angry. And everybody should be familiar with the name Thomas Seyfried, and they should be following this man's amazing work. And the reason they're not, and the reason you probably haven't heard about him, is there's no money to be made. Just like there's no money to be made if I'm just eating meat, drinking water, and getting off of all my medications. I haven't been to a doctor's appointment in 6 months, other than to get my blood work done recently, which was all spectacular, by the way. We can get into all of that more. I could rant forever. I want to talk about the 5 stages of carnivore. I think this is going to help a lot of people out. The first stage of carnivore is, in my opinion, the absolute hardest. And that is all right here in your brain. That is you, my friend, making the decision that you want to do this, that you want to change your life forever. And a lot of people never make that decision. And a lot of people are never going to feel like me. I tell everyone, you deserve to live at least one day feeling like I feel, with no inflammation, no aches and pains, no brain fog, no anxiety, no depression, just a great mood and a default smile on my face. And you're not feeling that if you're watching this, very likely because your body's inflamed and because you're eating sugar and seed oils and all these toxic garbage we put in our body and we think is normal. The hardest decision for most people is deciding to do carnivore. I don't know why. Some of them are scared because they think meat's going to give them a heart attack, which is like, that was debunked decades ago. That's stuff from the 60s that we're still hearing. And if you wonder why you think you're still scared of eating meat, ask yourself this. Why is that? It's because of money. It's because of money. Because sugar is the most profitable industry in the world. It's in every product in the grocery store, gas station, everywhere you go. If you went in the grocery store and they removed sugar from every single product in the grocery store would be nearly empty, except for some meat and a couple of things on the edge like eggs and cheese and stuff like that. It's a huge industry. And if you want to sell an incredible amount of sugar, it's so simple. You get kids hooked young. At a very young age, you tell them breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and you give them Pop-Tarts. You tell their parents, you got to give that kid breakfast before they go to school. Kid gets hooked on sugar. 2 hours later, they're hungry again. And then you demonize meat. It's that easy. You do all these studies that have all sorts of holes in them, but everyone takes them as gospel, that you eat meat, it's going to give you a heart attack or it's going to clog your arteries. And the fact of the matter is, it's completely opposite from reality. You eat sugar, your body becomes inflamed, and you have all of these downstream effects. Sugar and inflammation are the reasons for cancers, reasons for heart attacks, reasons for strokes and diabetes and dementia and Alzheimer's and all of these things. It's inflammation from the horrible food we're eating. Most of it's just sugar. So many people are scared to start carnivore. I tell you, you should be scared not starting carnivore. You should be scared doing whatever you did that got you to the point that you're even considering carnivore. Because if you're considering carnivore, you probably got aches and pains and ailments and your back hurts and you got depression and anxiety and you got problems sleeping at night. And you got so many problems, you don't even know the problems you have anymore. You think you have brain fog, but you don't know the extent of the brain fog until you get out of that fog and you disconnect from the matrix like I did. And then you're going to really see how much brain fog you had and how miserable you were before, because it becomes a new normal when you walk around like a zombie for years and years and then decades and decades, and then 20 years goes by, you're walking around like a zombie eating all this processed garbage and you think it's normal and it's not. You have to get out of the fog to see the fog. Your decision to start carnivore is one of the hardest things for people to do. And how do you get over that? Research. Pick this phone up. Actually, I want you to take this phone and just chuck it into the woods, because most people are using it for garbage and TikTok and watching stupid YouTube videos like this one. This is a good one though. This one might help you. But there's a lot of stupid time we're wasting on these phones when there's an amazing wealth of information on here. Dr. Chafee has a carnivore basics video. Dr. Barry has a carnivore mistakes video, carnivore 101, carnivore basics. All of this content is out there. Every issue you have, like, oh, I'm scared about fiber. Oh, I got to have my fruit. What about fruit? Fruit's a joke. Fruit is a joke. The fruit you get now, an orange you get now, it's a piece of candy. You eat it, it spikes your blood sugars, and then you're hungry an hour later. Fruit today is nothing like this. I keep getting this comment that's driving me nuts. Oh, the Bible says they ate apples in the early days. Why is that so wrong? Because the apple in the Bible was an apple. The apple that you have today has been genetically modified 4,000 times, and it's a piece of candy in disguise as an apple. In fact, it doesn't even look like an apple in the olden days. Apple in the olden days, you'd pull off a tree, it'd be a little sour crab apple. The apple today is huge, and it's like eating a piece of candy. You have to do your research, and then you can start carnivore. That's phase 1 or level 1 of carnivore. Level 2 is the adaptation phase. And it's funny, we shouldn't have to adapt to carnivore or ketosis because our bodies as babies are born into ketosis. We sort of pervert that so much with all these toxins and crazy foods we're eating that we need to then get back into it. We need to adapt back into it. But that first week doing keto and carnivore is the hardest for most. And I urge people, my wife included, to ease into that. You can do your own research on how to ease into that. You do some you eat keto, you have some bone broth, and you have some low glycemic index vegetables, and you ease your body into it before doing carnivore. Or you could jump right into it like some crazy people do, and you might end up suffering. That first week, you need to get electrolytes, you need to get tons of water, and you need to have done step 1, your research. So many people start carnivore, and they're not getting enough fat, and then they fail. You got to get water, you got to eat enough fat on carnivore. So that first adaptation phase can be miserable for a lot of people. You may end up getting diarrhea for a while. You may end up getting the keto flu. I didn't get that. My daughter Emma, who was a vegan for 5 years, she went full carnivore against my advice. I told her to ease into it with keto, and she did fine. She drank a ton of water, incredible amount. She had a lot of electrolytes, and she ate a lot of fat, which was crazy because she was vegan before that. And she had no keto flu. I think she had a little slight headache for maybe an hour or two, and then she was fine. Not the case for everyone. Once you get through that, those sugar cravings are going to go away, and that switch is going to go off. That's the first big switch that goes off, is when you switch from burning that horrible junk sugar to burning fat for fuel in your body. The fuel your body is intended. Yeah, your body can burn sugar and garbage and toxins. It can do it, but you're going to end up sluggish, and you're going to end up inflamed, and you're going to end up with brain fog and depression and anxiety and disease if you do it long enough. The body is made to burn fat. The heart burns more efficiently on fat. In fact, my irregular heartbeat that I've had for 43 years, multiple tests, low ejection fraction, I have congestive heart failure, has reversed in 6 months. My heartbeat is normal again. It has never done that in 43 years. I was born with an irregular heartbeat. The heart is much more efficient when in ketosis, and you're burning fat for fuel, and so is the brain, by the way. The brain fog goes away. The inflammation is a big part of that. So that's stage 2 or step 2 or level 2 of carnivore. That is getting your body into ketosis and burning fat for fuel. Now level 3 is starting to realize all these health benefits. Level 3, things get really fun for you, my friends. You start getting into the flow, and it gets real easy. It's unbelievable. I know if you're addicted to sugar right now, but those sugar cravings, when you're in level 3, they are gone forever. You'll have to remind yourself to eat. I got to 8:30, 9 o'clock at night and like, oh crap, I haven't eaten anything today. You'll have to remind yourself to eat. And then you start feeling better, and you're going to start noticing things. You're going to start noticing things are feeling better that you didn't realize those were even problems before. Like I mentioned earlier, like you're going to be like, wow, my brain is thinking clear. My cognitive ability is improving. I'm reading a book. I'm comprehending things quicker. Carrie here for the Carnivore Diet Movie, and thank you so much for watching our YouTube videos and listening to our podcast. It's because of you and your support that we're able to do this Carnivore Diet documentary. We're making great progress, and I'm not going to stop until we reach millions of people. But we still need to raise more funds in order to film this properly to the level needed to get it on one of these big streaming services. So we're asking for your help. If you would, please visit www.carnivoredietmovie.com. And once you're there, you can sign up for free to our email newsletter. And once a week, we'll be sending out updates behind the scenes. We'll tell you about new meetups. We'll give you special invites and things like that. Completely free. Sign up there. The other thing you can do at the website is purchase our little portable travel size Redmond salt shaker with a keychain holder. People have been loving these. We offered them on our 24-hour live stream. You can purchase these right on the website, and every proceed, every penny that we get from profit goes right towards the Carnivore Diet documentary. And the other thing we have there are the water bottles and the cutting boards. They're completely customizable, and you can engrave them. Every penny from those goes to support the Carnivore Diet documentary. You can also link on over to the GoFundMe. That's where we'll get the most bang for your buck, is there. So please visit www.carnivoredietmovie.com. Thank you. I'm not stuttering or stammering or slurring for my words, and I could do an entire YouTube video 20 minutes long without any cuts or edits or anything, just talking. I don't have anything here I'm reading off of. I didn't practice for this. I just said, hey, it'd be cool to do a video on the 5 stages or levels of carnivore diet, and here I am doing it. That's the carnivore brain that I never would have been able to do prior to that. So that's level 3, and level 3 is amazing. Your body starts going into autophagy, and you'll start fasting, and your cells regenerate. All these toxins are going through, and you'll start noticing these things. And that's when you want to write this stuff down. Oh, my elbow doesn't hurt anymore. Wow, I'm not anxious today. My depression's going down. I think I stopped snoring last night. If you got a CPAP machine, you can check and monitor how many times you stop breathing throughout the night. And that's a wonderful thing to do. Record that down and keep track of it, and you'll see boom, 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 boom. One of the most amazing things that happens in stage 3 of carnivore, inflammation. Inflammation. Sometimes it starts happening in stage 2. Inflammation going away starts happening so quick. Every one of you out there watching this should be so concerned about inflammation and metabolic health. 88% of the public has poor metabolic health. If you have poor metabolic health, metabolic health, I get a little excited. You are 6 times more likely to suffer from heart disease. Now, you're going to be worried about doing carnivore and your cholesterol numbers are going to go high. Oh, what's going to happen with my cholesterol? If you have elevated LDL cholesterol numbers, your odds of having heart disease are 1.6 times higher. If you have poor metabolic health, which 88% of the public does and nobody knows about it or cares about it, you're 6x more likely to have heart disease, to fall over from a heart attack. That's from eating sugar and processed foods, which everybody is doing. Nobody's worried about it. And then when you talk about carnivore, like, I'm so scared about carnivore. Well, they're eating their donuts and they're fully inflamed and they're 6x more likely to have a heart attack. Stage 3 or level 3 of carnivore is awesome. When you get to level 4, it could take you a little while. People may be saying, what's the time frame? It depends. Everybody's different. Carnivore, I think, is easier for men than it is for women. But I'm going to caution some people because I get that comment a lot. Oh, Carrie, it was so easy for you. I got a rooster coming up on me over here. Carrie, it was so easy for you. It's a lot easier than most people think. The hard part is getting over it. But people that say to me, oh, you lost all that weight. I didn't lose as much. And I did just what you did. Really? Did you? Because for 60 days, I did lion diet, which was just beef, salt, and water. I wasn't eating eggs or drinking coffee or having any artificial sweeteners. I wasn't having fish or chicken or all those things. And the weight just dropped off. So I do think carnivore is easier for some people, some body types. I think women, hormones, a lot of things, age play into it. So I'm not going to say it doesn't, but it is also frustrating when people say to me, I did exactly what you did and you're losing weight faster than me. And then I talk to them and they're drinking Diet Coke and they're still having coffee and they're doing all these other things. I'm like, well, I'm just eating beef and water. I cut out the cheese because cheese was stalling me out. It's different for everyone. How long is it going to take you to get through stage 3? It depends on how much weight you have to lose. If you're like my buddy Bill in Alaska, you got more weight to lose, you could be in stage 3 for a long time. But I say savor it. I say enjoy it. I love stage 3 and I missed stage 3 when I hit stage 4 because some crazy stuff happened in stage 4 that I never expected. Stage 3 for me lasted months and months and it was such smooth sailing. It was hard when I did lion diet for 60 days. I got down, I started losing some weight, and when I was in Alaska, I had some problems getting meat and I went back on just strict carnivore. I brought eggs and bacon back into the mix. And I noticed it. I felt better on lion diet, but that's another story. But stage 3 was amazing for me. I got down, I lost most of my weight. Here's when stage 4 comes in, and it's going to go off like a light switch for you. And I never learned about stage 4 from Dr. Barry, Dr. Baker, Dr. Chafee. Maybe they've done videos on it and I missed it, or maybe just because I never sought it out. I was in auto drive, autopilot for months and months in stage 3. Just eat meat. I'd sleep, and every day I felt better and better, and I kept doing videos. I'm like, this is crazy. I feel even better than before. I didn't think it was possible. And it's so easy. Stage 3 is so easy. Shout out anyone out there listening that you're in stage 3 now, or shout out anyone out there that's starting and you're heading into stage 3. Enjoy it, my friends. Stage 4 is still awesome, but stage 4, this is stage 4 for you. Oh, here's one thing though, I want to say real quick. Stage 2, adaptation, when you switch your body from sugar to keto, it's like a light switch goes off. You start getting more energy and those cravings go away. And that's a definitive thing you can feel in your body. Something definitive that you can feel in your body happens in stage 4. And it happened to me. It happened to my friend Ryan Murphy from Against the Grain. It happened to my friend Adam from Carnivore Today. A bunch of people emailed me, Sean from Intentional Carnivore. They're like, oh, it's happening to me too. When you get down and lose most of your body fat, all of a sudden a switch goes off in your body and your body's like, oh, wait a minute, what's going on? I've been burning this body fat, these reserves for fuel, and I've just been in kind of this homeostasis. The body's just going, everything's going fine, and you get hungry. Stage 4 happened, and one day I was like, why am I so hungry? What is going on? And I just started eating and I couldn't get full. A switch goes off in your body fat's gone. It all makes sense. Scientifically speaking, I was burning my body fat. There's no body fat. And your body's like, oh, we got to come up with plan B. And basically what happens is you're burning for energy the food you're eating. You put that food in, you put that fatty ribeye in, and you're burning it for energy because you no longer have that fat. And when I think what happens, I don't know the science behind this. I'm not a doctor. I never claimed to be. I'm just telling you my own experience. Other people, please comment if you've been in stage 4. I think what happens is your body's like, oh crap, something weird's happening now. We don't have this body fat anymore. Panic, 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 eat, eat, eat. And so I ate a whole bunch, a couple weeks. Like I was eating an incredible amount of food. Like I was just thinking like, geez, I hope this doesn't last forever. I don't know if I could sustain eating this much food forever. Stage 4 for me lasted 2, maybe 3 weeks. And still after that, I was still a little bit more hungry than normal. And then it died down. And now I'm in stage 5, the final stage. I have my carnivore black belt. Actually, the carnivore black belt is lion diet, but the long-term carnivore black belt is stage 5, and that's when you get into maintenance mode. You're out of that stage 4 and you're not starving anymore. You're still hungry and you're still eating more than I did in stage 3 because I don't have that body fat to burn anymore, but I'm not ravenous like I was in stage 4. And now it's maintenance time. And this is the time I want to caution you guys on because this is the time a lot of people mess up. I'm at my goal weight now. I feel amazing. You deserve to feel the way I feel. I want for nothing in this world. Give me a lottery ticket for $1 billion, I will rip it up. I am content and happy, and I'm thankful for every breath and every moment. You take a lottery ticket for $1 billion and you trade your purpose in life. I don't want to trade my purpose in life. I'm just happy doing what I'm doing. The sun's out, it's a beautiful day, and I am blessed beyond my deserving for sure. Stage 5 is maintenance mode, and I've never been to stage 5 before, although I've been close when I did keto years ago. I lost a bunch of weight, not this much weight, but I got to what I thought was stage 5. I got to what I thought was maintenance mode, and just like, this is how you can remember maintenance mode. It starts with an M. Well, the other word that starts with M that should be demonized, and it's the word I hate the most in this world, that word is called moderation. People will tell you, and you might think in your head, I got down, I'm in maintenance now, I lost all that weight. Now I've repaired my body and I could just do moderation. Let's go get some raspberries, let's go get some strawberries, let's start eating again. Well, hey, everybody's different. I'm only telling you for me, that's never happening for me. I'm a carnivore for life. I believe humans have eaten the way I'm eating right now since the start of time. I truly believe that. Every now and then they'd eat some seasonal berries, just like here on my land. You're looking at this beautiful background right here. I'm very fortunate where I live. We're in Wisconsin here. It's winter for a big part of the year. And what do you think people did in winter? They would hunt, they'd get a big animal, and they would feast, and then they would probably fast for a couple of days. Their bodies would go into autophagy, and then they'd get some more meat. And then in summertime for a couple of weeks, they'd eat some raspberries or something like that here. That's what I believe humans have done since the start of time. That's what our stomachs are evolved to do, and that's what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. And I'm so thankful and blessed to be able to do it. And I want for nothing. People, you can hold the cupcake in front of me and say, yeah, aren't you going to miss the cupcake? Absolutely not. That sugar in that cupcake is a drug that destroyed my life, and it's destroying so many lives out there. And it's a temporary pleasure in your mouth that's going to cause endless pain for you down the road. And you may say, oh, he's exaggerating. Well, go to the grocery store and look around at these zombies walking around. We're mutilating our bodies. It's a deformation of the body when our guts are hanging out like this. You don't see animals in the wild with guts hanging out like this and dragging on the ground, or men with man boobs. Like I used to have big man boobs. How unnatural is that? My testosterone level was in the ground. It's the most unnatural thing, deforming my body for the pleasure of eating a sugar-filled cupcake, and sugar is a drug. I'm in maintenance mode now for the rest of my life, and I'm happy to be here. It was a roller coaster ride getting there. It's a lifelong way of living, eating the carnivore diet. My energy levels are through the roof. I'm exercising. I'm putting muscle on. As the girls say, oh, stop flexing, Dad. Look at this. Look at this. I'm flexing. I'm flexing for the camera. This is insane. Like, I'm not hitting the gym like Dr. Chafee does and just hitting the weights. I do my exercise in the morning. I do some resistance bands. I have some dumbbells, and I've been slacking on those lately. The muscle is just coming on like crazy. My energy is through the roof. My motivation is just, it's insane. It's been 6 months. I've talked to all these great doctors. I've done probably over 100 carnivore YouTube videos. We're running a movie theater. I was running around in a Paw Patrol dog suit all weekend. It's a wonderful, wonderful life, and I want for nothing. But you get to that stage 5 and you're in moderation, and everyone's different. You got to decide what you're going to do. Some people say they'll reintroduce some stuff, or they'll try some low carb, low glycemic index vegetables or fruits or whatever they want to do. That's not for me. Maybe things will change. Who knows? I don't think they will. I feel absolutely amazing eating beef, salt, and water. I'll have chicken and fish occasionally from time to time, or lobster. I love. It's a big treat. My My grocery bill is like half of what it used to be, and people say that's unbelievable on the standard American diet. I used to have popcorn and soda, and I go to the gas station, get one of those big Diet Mountain Dews, go out for drinks, go out for pizza, junk food, potato chips, Fritos, Starbucks. I do none of that now. I have a big fat steak. People look at it like, oh, Mr. Rich Guy over there, do the math. You do the math. You're eating all that other junk. It adds up, but you're not doing the proper math. I can afford to have a nice $20 steak when I'm not eating all that other stuff, and it's still cheaper than what I would have been spending on the standard American diet. So those are my 5 stages of carnivore diet. One cut, no edits. Again, I'll recap here. Number 1 is making the hardest decision for most people. But in retrospect, when you make that decision, you'll be like, why did I make that so hard? That really wasn't that hard. Number 2 is the adaptation phase. That's tough for a lot of people. It's tricky, but you're going to get through it. You can do anything. You can do anything. Stage 3 is the most fun stage, and that is just enjoying the benefits. You're getting fat loss. You're getting all these health benefits you didn't realize, and you're kind of in autopilot while you lose the weight, if you have weight to lose, or you reverse all these health issues that you had. Stage 4 is when that switch goes off. You're down, your body fat's gone, and your body's like, oh man, we got to now switch from burning those fat reserves to burning the fuel that's coming in on a daily basis. And then stage 5 is maintenance mode. Maintenance mode. And I urge all of you, watch some of these great channels out there. Laura Spath is awesome. She's been in maintenance mode for a long time, and she figured out how to do it properly. She's killing it. Check out Laura Spath. She was part of the 24-hour live stream we did a while ago. So we're doing this Carnivore Diet Documentary, and we're going to cover people doing carnivore diet over the course of 1 year. Not just obesity, but diabetes, mental health is a huge one, aging, heart disease, stomach issues, and cancer is the new big one. It's so important that we include cancer on there. We're still raising funds for the documentary. It's incredibly expensive to do a proper documentary to the quality needed to get it on one of these big streaming services. We're killing it on YouTube. We're hitting a lot of people, but it's just a fraction of the people we could hit. If we could get on Netflix or Hulu or Amazon Prime or one of these big streaming services, that's my goal. I am on a mission. In order to do that, we have to do it to the highest quality possible. We got to interview a lot of people. I got to travel all over the world. I've already started filming Bill Knott in Alaska. Incredible story. And we're filming more right now. It's coming up in the next week. I'm going out to film some more people. But we need your help. If you can, go to www.carnivoredietmovie.com and you can link on over to our GoFundMe and you can donate. That's where we get the most bang for the buck. We also have our Redmond salt shakers. They're the little portable travel-sized Redmonds in a keychain you can take with you. I carry one with me everywhere. People are loving these. They're going really quick. You can get that on www.carnivoredietmovie.com. And then our amazing water bottles from Johnny F. He customized these stainless steel water bottles. You'll put your name on it, your YouTube channel, anything you want. You can put your water in there with your electrolyte drinks. It's fantastic. So I encourage you. Oh, I thought my camera went off. I encourage you to check out that and help support us. We really appreciate it. Every penny we get, thousands of dollars of my own money, all my time's going into this. Super chats, all of that money goes to the Carnivore Diet Documentary. www.carnivoredietmovie.com. Thanks so much for watching. Please share this video. Help us get the word out. We got to keep this momentum going. If you want to help and you can't donate, share the video. Post it on your Facebook page. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment, anything. Just say hi, say thanks, whatever. All of those things help spread the video around. And support all these carnivores out here doing carnivore content and these amazing carnivore doctors. Dr. Barry, Dr. Chafee, Dr. Hampton, I love that man, Dr. Kiltz, Dr. Baker, they're all wonderful. We need to raise their voices up. Go watch Professor Thomas Seyfried's Cancer Talks. It's eye-opening. If you know anyone that has had cancer or you're worried about cancer, you need to know about this man's work, Professor Thomas Seyfried. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Beep.